Senator Klobuchar, I want to begin with the business of the
Lawrence.
Senate today. Thank you. And Leader Schumer, once again, putting the Iraq war to the Iran war, of Donald Trump's war, to a vote on the Senate floor, and every Republican senator running for re-election voted to continue Donald Trump's war.
Lawrence, this is a situation where the American people has figured out that there's a direct line between what Donald Trump is doing. They've seen it with the tariffs, and now they see it with this war, and what's happening to them in their everyday lives. We see gas prices going up and up and up every single week, and they expect him to bring this to a resolution. And he just keeps messing around. He won't do it. He went into this war unilaterally, didn't come to Congress. That's why Senator Schumer and others have been pushing on these votes that Congress and Congress alone should be authorizing a war like this. This isn't a day of strikes. We're now in 45, 46 days of this war, $44 billion spent. And now he comes to us and says, well, Trump does, I want $200 billion more dollars. You know what that could buy, Lawrence, for my constituents out there? It could buy 7 years of an extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credit. 7 years. It could buy 3 years for people on Medicare, for hearing and for vision and for dental. It could build millions and millions of new homes for young people who simply want to buy their first home but can't afford it. And that's a value judgment. And what's happening now is that people who actually voted for Donald Trump and are already having some remorse are now saying, wait a minute, I can't afford this anymore. He promised he wouldn't get into endless wars like this, and he has gotten us right into the middle of one and won't get us out.
We have been running video on this network all week of interviews with Trump voters at gas stations around the country who understand exactly what you just said. They attribute these new gas prices to Donald Trump, to his war. They say this isn't what we voted for. Are you getting that when you speak to Minnesota voters about this?
Oh, yeah. And again, we had a number of people that thought, well, you know, maybe this is going to be better for prices. And it has made it so much worse for them this year between the tariffs and everything else. The other thing, I met in Cannon Falls, Minnesota, with a group of farmers and corn growers and soybean growers. And one of the things that they told me is that closure of the Straits of Hormuz that he apparently didn't understand would be one of the results of going to war with Iran, that has already cost them because fertilizer costs, 30% of ammonia goes through that strait for the world, 50% of urea. These are major ingredients in fertilizer. And they were already facing what they call a perfect storm of ugly because of their markets drying up and other input costs because of the tariffs. And now you have this. So this is reverberating the cost of plastics, anything that you see with oil, and it's reverberating through our economy. And people no longer can he blame Joe Biden for this, okay? This is on him. He made this decision unilaterally and didn't even come to Congress.
So you're in an interesting position as a candidate running for governor since you are currently a senator. So you've got voters there who see you as involved in a real role in Washington in terms of trying to deal with this war. And then the idea of domestic governance that would be your jurisdiction next year if you're governor. Do they separate those issues when they talk to you? Is it a joined mix of issues?
I've always looked at this. I'm a mom. I can do both things. So the people of Minnesota really look at this and they say, okay, we want to check on this guy. We do not want a rubber stamp. We also want you to fix some things in our state government. And there's a lot of things that need to be fixed right now. And I'm up for it and looking forward to it as long as they give me the privilege of serving. But you got to be able to do both things at once because you can't just say that these federal policies have nothing to do with what's happening in the states. In every single state in the country, you've seen these tariffs affecting prices for consumers at something like $1,700 a year of a tariff tax for every family in America. You see the gas prices going up. And is he doing anything when it comes to making it easier to build a home? No, he's slapping more tariffs on, so it's expensive to get timber to build those homes? Is he doing anything on child care? Look at what he just said this week, Lawrence. He said this. He said, it's not possible for us to take on daycare, Medicaid, and Medicare, all these individual things. They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal level. We have to take care of one thing, military protection. Obviously, keeping Americans safe is an important role of government. But he is basically saying, well, we're going to put all our money into this basket. We're going to reduce the budget on everything else. And you're out there on your own and see if your state can help you. So there's a direct line in the comments he just made this week between what happens federally and what's happening to people in the states, and people understand that.